Alright y'all, welcome back. I made a little bit of progress. I didn't record any of it because I'm kind of dumb. Anyways, I got the radiator out. Oil cooler and everything is out. Getting ready to take this all apart to put the cam in. But this is what it looks like from the front. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. It's been a long time since that radiator's been out, but this is what it looks like from the front. But I'm getting ready to pull all this out. I just got it up on TDC, getting ready to tear it all apart. I got my cam already. I've had that for probably a year. No, I guess I got that back in April. But here's the new turbo. You can see it's pretty tight fit in there. And you can see how I got it mounted right over there on the block. And then I got another mount on the bottom, going down, also down to the block. Yeah, I'm gonna start getting this torn apart, get the cam pulled out of it, and then I can put I gotta get the valve train and everything off. Then I can put the new cam in, fill the valve train and everything back together, and then I can start putting my new aluminum radiator in. I got this down to the timing set. I gotta take the valve train and the push rods and lifters out before I can pull that cam out, but I'm getting closer. I got the timing cover right here. It needs a front main, and you can tell because of the way that it is. That's easy enough. I think I got one laying over there. And I got the crank pulley off too. It has to be pressed off. Now you're supposed to use a harmonic balancer puller. They just go in these 3 little bolt holes and then press down there in the center of the crankshaft. I didn't have one and the store was closed. Harbor Freight stocks them. They were pretty cheap, like $17 kit. That would have worked, but they were closed when I was working on this, and I didn't really feel like waiting, so I made my own. It's pretty ugly, but it just bolts on those 3 holes. Thread these in. And then I welded that little nut on there. Barely welded it on. And then you just turn that center bolt in up against that. I left the bolt in the crankshaft, and you can see where I was pressing on that bolt right there. And then when I backed the crank pulley off so that it bottomed out on the bolt, I just took this thing back off, turned the bolt out like another inch, and then did it again. Came off pretty easy. So when I put it back on, I'll just run it on with the impact with this bolt and the washer that goes on there. So that was easy enough. So next, after I get the valve train and everything all apart, I can pull that cam out of there. And then I gotta press the new gear onto the new camshaft. And I've got to replace that gear right there. Super easy, as long as it comes off. Alright, so I went ahead and made myself another little puller up quick so that I could get this crank pulley off. It's pretty simple. Just welded a nut in there. Then you just drive that little bolt in and it should just pull that crank pulley right off. Alright, the cam is installed. I went ahead and pressed that new gear on, and then I drove this new gear on. Next up, put the timing cover back on. I already put a front main in it yesterday. I think maybe in the next week or so I'll have this thing fired up and hear what it sounds like. Oh yeah, then I get to put my radiator in. Cooling fans get to go in this fancy new bright aluminum shroud. And then I got my new radiator over there in the box. Slow and steady, we're making progress here. Got most of it back together. Radiator's in, got water in it. Distributor's in, but loose. I'm gonna have to throw a timing line on it right quick before I break it in, just make sure it's close. And then I gotta bolt the valve cover down. I am gonna pull the valve cover off. I'm gonna put a mark on all of the push rods so I can tell if they're spinning. And then I'm gonna pull the fuel pump relay and then crank the truck over without the valve cover on. I wanna build oil pressure and I want to see if all the push rods are spinning. I'm not sure if it'll work just cranking it over or not, but I'd like to see. If they're not spinning, it's a good way to wipe a lobe off the cam. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I gotta come up with something, maybe just throw the oil cooler back on. I don't have any way of putting it on the radiator. I had these little zip tie things for that. I don't have any more. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the oil cooler just yet. I might just put it on there and lay it off to the side. I need to get this thing working. I'm probably gonna take this off real quick. I need to drill and tap this body for a screw. The reason my oil temp gauge does not work is because this block is not grounded and this sensor needs to be grounded. So I'm probably gonna do that real quick just because there's no oil in these hoses. Be easy right now. And other than that, this thing's pretty much ready to be fired up. And I think I might be able to do it tonight, I'm not sure. But we'll see. All right, so what I'm doing right now, I've got a jumper wire over there on the starter solenoid on the S position, and I've got it run all the way over here. Careful not to get it in my belts there. And I'm jumping straight to the positive terminal of the battery just to crank the engine over. I want to see what everything is doing under the valve cover. And I went and I put a Sharpie mark on every push rod. And so what I'm doing is cranking it over and looking to see if all the push rods are turning. And I just did it and they all are, but I'm just going to demonstrate for you guys real quick. The reason I do that is because if the push rod is not turning, it means the lifter is not spinning on the cam, and that's a really good way to wipe a cam lobe out. And Comp, I guess, has been having issues lately with cam hardness and wiping lobes on break-in. And I really don't want to have that happen because I don't want to do this over again. And so I want to be extra careful to make sure every one of these is turning. I want to do everything I can to not wipe a lobe off this cam. And I don't know, everything looks good to me. So I think I'm going to throw that valve cover back on, put some bolts in it, and then I should be ready to put that fuel pump relay back in and fire this thing up, I guess. It's been about 17 or 18 minutes. Coolant temp's still hanging around 209. Everything looks good. Still got 60 pounds of oil pressure. A few more minutes, I'll idle it down and we'll listen to it. Well, I think that's all I'm going to do tonight. So far so good. Oil pressure and everything checks out. Timing I got set to like 12 degrees or something. I got to recheck that next time. I'm not so worried about getting it revved up right away. Other than that, everything looks okay. And amazingly enough, not leaking anything. No puddles on the ground anywhere. But I think I'm going to call it a night.